So we're about to do the oil change on the C8. It's the first oil change that it's had done, or is going to have done, right? Hasn't been done anywhere else. It's out, what, 3,300?
It's about 3,500.
Yeah, so it's a little bit late, but you know, better late than never. So what we gotta do is, we got these ramps. We're gonna kind of just roll it out onto those ramps. Try to keep it in the garage as much as possible so that we can stay in the shade and, you know, don't need to move excessive things around. And then it should be pretty straightforward. There's a drain plug towards the back end, and then there's the oil filter, and that's basically all there is to it. You kind of take the drain plug out. You know, obviously you want to catch your oil into a, if you're doing this at home, you want to make sure you have one of these big 10 quart or more oil catches so that you don't overflow and make a mess in your garage or your driveway or wherever. But yeah, it's super hot out right now. The sun is just blazing down right in this little opening in the trees right onto where we're going to be working. And the oil that we have to use is a special type of oil that is apparently difficult to get your hands on these days. It's got to have this little DexOS symbol on there. DexOS approved and certified, or I guess certifi 0W40. That's the oil filter. That's the oil filter. So yeah, I'm just gonna back Supra a tiny bit up, set up these ramps. We have a second set of ramps that we're gonna put behind it so that if for some reason we roll off, so we don't damage the car, right? So you want to do the whole oil change in the garage? All right, so change plans. We're going to back the Corvette out, so I do need to move Supra. Pull the Corvette all the way out. Yep. Move Supra. Bring the ramps inside the garage, or right up to the edge here. So we'll back right up on it, and then we'll just be out of the blazing sunlight, because it is probably close to 90 something degrees right now. I've been outside for like 30 seconds and beating sweat already. So move the Supra. I got Gas Monkey approved. Gonna move the GR Supra. You know, it's funny, the Supra kind of looks like an R8 from this angle. Not really. R8's mid-engine. But now I gotta pull the Corvette out, so put this oil down. Make sure it's out of the way. Back out, turn around, back in.
Just like so.
All right, so we kind of missed the footage of it actually crawling up the ramps, but it was a little bit hairy, you know, driving this car. Imagine you drive over this ramp, all of a sudden, you know, that ramp jabs into the body panel on the side there. And then, you know, didn't really contemplate this too much while doing it, but you can see how close the nose got to the driveway. And our driveway is not the flattest driveway, so there easily could have been a lump in the driveway that we didn't notice and could have scratched the nose, but luck is on our side tonight for some reason. So yeah, but all that room down into there, nice and flat. Now we got to drain the oil out. Make sure you pop this vent before you start filling up your oil catch, because if you don't pop this vent up, there's going to be no airflow allowed into the hole where the oil goes, and you know, it'll start trying to bubble up, and no bueno, it'll overflow. So make sure if you have one of these, you pop this vent, or if you're using something else, make sure there's a second hole where the air can go into as the oil fills the... I didn't hold it very well. You're gonna have to look at this real quick, one.
I ever worked on a car that was as clean as the Cayman.
There, we got the 15mm drain plug. It also has a Torx bit in the middle, as you know, pointed out by other people who did this. In case you strip your 15mm, you have a secondary option to get this out. So I'm gonna loosen this. It shouldn't be super tight, and then I should be able to undo it by hand while the oil catch. Yeah, and I mean, we ran it for far more than 15 seconds, so hopefully it doesn't splash and burn my face. We'll catch it all on video if that happens. Okay, that's loose.
It's gonna come gushy, so make sure you got that thing.
Oh, it's hot.
In the middle. Is it?
The bolt is hot.
Yeah, well, I drove the car just before too, so.
It's hot. The bolt is hot.
The oil is probably as hot as the bolt.
Or hotter.
Just remember though, when it comes out, it's gonna be hot oil.
It's taking a lot of turns to get this thing out. If your oil's hot and you're doing this like I am right now, take your time. I like to keep pressure up on it because that little O-ring. If you keep pressure up on the, you know, the drain plug, it won't just start gushing out on you as soon as it's loose. And then you can kind of sense when there's no more thread, and then kind of do it all at once.
Just let the bolt drop. I mean, if the bolt's in the oil, it's not going to hurt it.
You got like a paper towel? All right, we gotta let it drain. Let it drain. It's officially begun. Now look, we have this nice little workbench over here. So here we got the drain plug with the little O-ring on it right here. It's hot. And
is it magnetic?
I don't know. It looks like it has.
It could be. Yeah, it is hot, isn't it?
Well, the socket fell into the oil.
Oh.
It was sitting in a puddle of oil.
No, there's two rubbers on there. There's the rubber on the top and there's
So
a
this
rubber
is
on the bottom.
seal it against the underside. This is, I'm assuming, is the seal that goes up against where the oil. Because this is a dry sump system, so this isn't like going into an oil pan like most cars. You know, the drain plug will be yay large, just like this, because all it's doing is making a seal up against the oil pan. But with this system, there's no oil pan, so this got to stick up there, and I'm assuming that O-ring seals up against something up in the dry sump. Looks good. O-ring doesn't look damaged. Next step is after this all drains, which it's still doing right now. It's almost basically stopped, but I'll give it a few more minutes. Once that's done, we go back under and face the hot oil again to remove the oil filter.
That's work.
And once the oil filter is removed, we can put the drain plug back on, put the new oil filter on, and then fill it full of all that DexOS certified, approved. Oh, my face is covered in something. All that super cool stuff. All right, so it's been a little bit. I'm gonna throw the drain plug back on, and then I've got a new set of gloves ready to be burned again. Going to take off the oil filter. Oh no, can I have the socket? Okay. So now I'm gonna take the oil filter off.
Can you get it with your hand?
Yeah. I can't get it. I can't get it by hand. All right, I just got it started. I should be good.
Oh boy, right down your hand, right down your arm.
There it is right there, folks. That's what she looks like. So I was just gonna go in here and clean some of this excess oil off. Not necessarily required, but that looks a lot better.
They look the same to me.
Yep. Let's use clean oil. So we're gonna prime the oil filter, and that basically just means putting oil in the oil filter before you put it in the car, so the car doesn't have to fight to get oil, you know, settled in there right when you first start it, and it can just flow right through.
Come up fast.
Oh, it did. Also a good idea, no, just did this, but prime this rubber seal. You know, be careful when screwing stuff like this on. You want to make sure you're not cross-threading anything. It's a good idea just to go nice and slow and make sure that you're on the threads before you start really cranking on it. That does it for the oil filter, and the drain plug is back on. Okay, so this is the engine bay of the C8 Corvette. As you can see, it's very clean, very neat, very beautiful. And right over here, next to the dipstick, you will find the DexOS indicated SAE0W40 oil fill. Obviously have to remove this cap. Oh, okay, so it's like interesting little like one turn.
Quarter turn or half turn or whatever.
Yeah, something that'll tighten itself down in there. There's a little blue O-ring. I'll just put this right here, something where I won't lose it. Put this right there as to not spill it. And then we already added some into the oil filter. So this is the one we used. So I guess we'll just.
No, you just tip that thing and leave it in there upside down. It'll stay while you get the next one ready. Good to the last drop, that Dexos 2 Super W0W40
Yeah, something super special.
synthetic awesome sauce.
Mmm.
Does it taste good?
You have to ask somebody else then.
Have you ever tasted it?
Have you? I wonder if DexOS.
Spit that out.
All right.
So now anybody asks you if you ever tasted motor oil, you can say it.
You don't have to taste it. I'll tell you right now. The initial flavor is
What
like.
does it taste like?
It's actually tasted kind of like a walnut.
Really?
Like right off the rip, but then like the DexOS kicked in. And I was like, oh.
Anyway, we do not advocate eating or consuming or ingesting motor oil of any kind. We do it so you don't have to. we'll probably fast forward through some of these.
Oh, absolutely. All right, so that's 7.5.
And a half, it said in the book. 1/2.
This is my least favorite part because I don't know what these numbers mean. No.
Well, let's just make it come halfway down from where it is now. It's fairly easy.
That was probably one of the cleanest oil changes I've ever done.
Yeah, I didn't see too much oil.
I don't think I spilt any oil anywhere. So the last step in the process is going to be restarting or resetting your oil life indicator on your instrument cluster. So to do that, you got to start the car. And then you're going to use this little scroll and those little buttons to scroll over until you get to maintenance. All right.
So you go all the way back. You start with what we've got: trip computer, performance, audio, maintenance. So anyways, you push in here, right? Oil. Push it, and then you can reset it.
There you go.
Reset. And they say, would you like to reset it? Yes.
There you go.
Please buy.
And just like that, we have successfully changed the oil in the C8. Been trying to get this done for a while, and now it's finally done. So next oil change is going to be on the Supra eventually. Yeah, got the C8 done. About time. Only a few miles past due. Just make sure you check for those leaks before you are fully confident and drive off into the sunset. And we will catch you next time.
Hey, what's next time?
I don't know. What is next time?
Super oil change?
Maybe. Catch you next time for the Super oil change. Peace.